Yes, guys, welcome back to Blues Fans TV. Welcome back to another watch along. And as per usual, welcome back to another W. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Merseyside is blue. That's probably the most appreciation Everton is going to get from us in this video, because other than that, it was a pretty straightforward performance. Everton set up really well, but to be honest, the front three that we put out was just electric tonight. They've worked together so well. They were really fluid in their play. Kai Havertz was amazing today. And the thing is, I don't even think that's Kai Havertz's final form. Callum Hudson-Odoi as well on the left-hand side. His setup for the first goal, taking about 3 or 4 players out of the game. It was amazing. Back three as well. Andreas Christensen balled out as per usual. I'm not even going to start gassing out too much because it is just a standout performance. And I keep saying, with every game that goes past, it's getting harder and harder to justify taking Christensen out the side. And there needs to be a serious question about where we put Thiago Silva back into the squad. But let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you guys haven't done so already. Check out the Patreon. The link is down in the description below. And also, while you're there, check out the OneFootball app. The link is down in the description below. The most reliable football app for all of your news regarding Chelsea. Any team in the Premier League, any team around Europe, check it out. The OneFootball app, the most reliable app, is down in the description below. And yeah, let's start the phone in. Let's get our first guest on. Craigo, what are you telling me, man?
Boom. What's going on? Hope we're all good.
Yeah, we're all good, man. Another W, another confident win.
Yeah.
Everything's great. Everything's great.
Yeah, it was good. It was nice to see. It was, for me, this was the before the whole run. This was the toughest game. Liverpool, we kind of went, okay, going to their place makes it a little bit more difficult, but a massive result against Liverpool on Thursday night was made by tonight, because if we'd have gone and dropped points to them like today, then they'd have had a game in hand and we could have been out of the top 4. So the fact that we've backed up a really good performance against Liverpool with another really good performance against an Everton side that are definitely in form, who kept 3 clean sheets in a row, I think it is. Granted, the opposition they played against in those games was, far from ideal. But again, they did play Liverpool, so fair play. But no, we broke them down. We did what we needed to do. We created chances. It was just good to see. Still need to put more of them in the back of the net, though. But it's good signs. It's good signs.
Yeah, it is good signs. And a lot of players are performing excellently. Like, I didn't even speak about the Kovacic and Jorginho pivot, who was solid as per usual. Going forward, talk to me about Kai Havertz and Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, I was a really big fan of Kai Havertz. I think a lot of people assume, again, me being Lampard fanboy, that my comments kept telling me all about, assume that Mason Mount...
Your comment section was just a madness.
Oh, yeah, it's just typical. Just typical. A lot of people assume you can only play Mason Mount and Kai Havertz, one or the other. That's not the case. We played Kai Havertz as a more natural false 9. Mount's played there on the odd occasion in this kind of run under Tuchel. That's not Mount's best position. And fun enough, you see Kai Havertz come in and do the false 9 job today. He's got the ability to finish. He's got the ability to link up play, but he's also taller, so he's more of a target. And the one that got obviously ruled out for bullshit handball, by the new rules anyway.
Do you think it wasn't a handball?
Well, for me, it's him on the sleeve. I'm old school football. If it hits someone on the arm and they've controlled it with their arm, it's handball. That's always the way I've been taught. That's the way I think it should be. But, apparently if this is the sleeve line crap that you want to go for, then it's not handball, because it's him on the sleeve. But I don't know. I just think it's a bullshit rule. I don't know. I think I've got a problem with the rule more than I have how it's working. But anyway.
Yeah, that sounds like VAR anyway.
Yeah, by the current standards, I think it's a perfectly fine goal. But either way, the point still stands that he was the threat. He was a target man kind of thing, which Mason Mount wouldn't be able to do, playing that false 9 role, and Werner wouldn't be able to do it. Hudson-Odoi wouldn't have been able to do it. Giroud can't do a false 9 role. Tammy definitely can't do that false 9 role. And it just gives us another way to play, and it was something that Everton couldn't deal with really today. Slightly want to say that they would have been better had they had Yerry Mina, but it's not that much of a difference. They still played a back 5, and a false 9 worked against it, to be fair. And Kai Havertz, I thought, was brilliant. He was very unlucky to not get a goal himself. But, I haven't necessarily been that impressed by Kai Havertz throughout the whole of the season. Yes, he's had C-word injuries, whatever. But look, if this is the start of something beautiful, then let's do it. Let's go and do it. And it's one of these ones where I look at every centre forward option we've got. You know, Werner is really quick. I really like him, but he's small. Tammy Abraham, he's big, he's tall. He pretty much only scores tap-ins and he can't use his head. Olivier Giroud, he's big, he's powerful, he can finish, but he's slow. I can't really see any negative about Kai Havertz. Maybe he's a little bit kind of inexperienced playing in this role, but that's literally it. And again, you can work on experience. You can't improve Giroud's pace. You know, Tammy Abraham's confidence is 50-50 kind of thing, where I just liked what I saw with Kai Havertz. And I'd be very comfortable moving forward if you wanted to play Kai Havertz as a false nine. Is it going to work forever? I'll be honest with you, I probably doubt it, but you don't know until you try it. So yeah, I just thought it was a real breath of fresh air to see someone playing as the forward that actually had a bit more to his game than, you know, we can just finish, or we can head the ball, or he's really fast. It had a bit more, and I just liked that. Again, I always say on these things about causing chaos for the other teams and causing problems, and Kai Havertz did more of that today than I've seen the other three do when they've played up front by himself. But it's a really good start. It's a really good start for Kai Havertz, and he definitely deserves the goal. And I don't know if he got man of the match. I assume he would have. If he didn't, he definitely deserved it.
Nice. Well, looking to the next few games now, we've got a very favourable run of fixtures coming up. Where does that leave you in terms of your perception of where we can finish this season? We always spoke about on points as well, so let's talk about points.
How many points are we on now? I don't actually know off the top of my head.
I can get that checked in a second.
For anyone who doesn't know, I always say about if you want to see progression, focus on points, because last year we
50
finished
points.
50 points. Okay, so we are
28 games in. We've got 10 games left.
10 games left, and you need 5 wins and a draw to get better than we did last year, points-wise.
Oh, the run of games that we got as well. Leeds United, West Brom, Palace, Brighton, West Ham, Fulham, and then it's the tough final 4 games of the season. So we could potentially get 6 wins. Potentially.
What I don't want to see is I don't want to see us get into the final 4 games of the season and we're teetering around the edge. Do you know what I mean? We're teetering around the edge. I don't want to see that. We go last game of the season. We go away to Villa, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, last game of the season.
Yeah, away to Villa. I don't want to go into that game being are Chelsea going to make top 4, because that has got banana skin written all over it, and I would hate that to happen. So the main thing for me, that I've said it before, for me, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I don't really care, to be completely honest. I just want to get into the top 4. Compared to the season that we've had, I just want to get into the top 4. And any one of those 3 doesn't really bother me in what position. The likelihood is that if you're going to finish 2nd, 3rd, you'll probably be already done by the time the final day of the season comes around. So I'm going to target 3rd. I think that's where we realistically can finish. I don't see Man United slipping off that much. They had obviously a massive win against Man City. Man City will still go on to win the league. If we can finish 3rd, best of the rest kind of thing. I mean, we have obviously had blips, and so have Man United. But I think if we can finish 3rd before the final day of the season, if it's already concrete, then I'm really happy. Possible to get
second, though. I think
we can. We can. I don't think we will. Truthfully, I think nothing because we do wrong, just because of Man United and what they'll do moving forward as well. But no, we definitely can get 2nd if we really want to. But yeah, no, I mean, again, I wasn't a massive lover of the sacking of Lampard and whatever, but the standard that was, the next man up thing, obviously being Thomas Tuchel, was to finish in the top 4. If he does that, he's done his job. It's that concrete. And bear in mind, we're unbeaten in, is it 11 or 12 games under him now?
Too sure. Yeah, I think it's 11 games now.
11 games. Whatever it is, we're unbeaten in. If we continue to do it for the next 10 games of the season in the Premier League, or even if we continue to do it, for 6 or 7 of the next 10, fine. That's the standard up, and that's where we deserve to be. So, yeah, I'm not really focused on, we have to get 2nd, and otherwise that's not success. The job he was brought in to do was to get top 4, and hopefully we can try and win some sort of silverware. But top 4 is my main priority. I'd love to win an FA Cup. I doubt we're going to win the Champions League, but we're still in it. And as long as we're in it, you've got to fight for it. That's the bottom line. You've got to try and enjoy these things when they come round. So yeah, no, I'm really quite chill at the moment. Honestly, it was just really nice to see a Chelsea performance where we were better. I haven't liked all the performances I've seen under Thomas Tuchel. I do find we were a bit slow and lethargic at times, but we went, what was it, 60-ish minute that we scored the second goal?
Around that point, 60,
something like that. For the final half an hour, I wasn't thinking, oh, fucking hell, go on, get another one. We had the 2-goal barrier. And to be honest with you, I think it actually could have been 3, maybe even 4. That's still what we need to be clinical. And again, a load of people are going to go, oh, just enjoy the 2-0. And I definitely am. Before the game,
I'll be real, like, you have to look at it both ways. We could have made 3 or 4. Werner did miss a couple chances. I'm sitting there like, come on, bro. Like, I like Werner, but he really does need to start being more clinical, man. We're missing way too many. It's a good thing these chances always happen after we've already secured the win.
Yeah.
If that wasn't the case, it would be a bit of a fuckery.
This is the thing. I mean, the Liverpool game, obviously, the other day, we had the 1-goal lead and we missed a few chances and whatever, and it almost come back to bite us on the arse. It didn't really, but it almost did. Again, a different day, maybe it looks a little bit different. But I just want to see us hit the ball in the back of the net more. It's very simple, football. It's a very simple game. You know, people want to try and go back to the 04-05 season when we conceded bugger all goals and we won games 1-0, 2-0. And whatever, but at the same time, we also beat teams 3-4-5 in that same thing as well. And I would have liked to have seen a 3rd goal today, honestly. Again, before the game, if you'd have offered me a 2-0, I'd have bitten your arm off for it. But yeah, I mean, hindsight, I still would have probably liked a 3rd. But I'm not saying that I'm fuming because of it. It's just, you know, would have been nice. Same thing with Newcastle. It would have been nice to have got a 3rd goal a couple of weeks back. But it's 3 points. That's what matters. And again, the result today shows massive justice to what happened at Liverpool on Thursday night. Because if we'd have dropped points today, regardless if we'd have got a fucking draw, we'd have been dropped points and they would have had a chance to go back above us. So all of our hard work would have been completely undone. So it's really well done from me for Chelsea.
Yeah, all right. Well, any final thoughts going to the Leeds game? What line would you like to see?
Lineup or?
Yeah, lineup. Because what change do you want to make? And same thing with the Thiago Silva question. It's about how do we get him into the team? Because Thiago Silva still can't get dropped regardless of the form of the other 3.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, obviously Mount played, Jorginho played because they're suspended for Atletico, so naturally that makes sense. I'd like to probably see Thiago Silva come in instead of the AC Hive, unfortunately, because I mean the other 2 are playing too well to drop. I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, Thiago Silva and Christensen, I don't think either one of them are comfortable enough to play as the wider of the 2 options.
Apparently, Silva's played right centre-back and left centre-back for PSG. That's what a few people were saying in my comment section.
I think it's more in a 4 than it is in a 3, but I wouldn't want to try it and it goes massively wrong against us. But I didn't watch all of the Leeds game, to be fair. We should be able to go and beat them quite comfortably. If we go and start the game with loads of pace, loads of energy, we should be able to go ahead and it gives us a little bit more freedom. So we could bring him in and try it and see what happens. But yeah, other than playing Mount and Jorginho because they can't play and rest up the others, like to see probably Thiago Silva come in again just to kind of get a little bit more fluid and whatever, because I think it could be a massive part of the bus job against Atletico Madrid, which we will need Thiago Silva for. Wasn't necessarily a lover of Reece James at right wing back today, I can't lie as well. So maybe see Hudson-Odoi go back there. But maybe that's just me trying to find potentially something a little bit interesting to talk about. Wasn't a lover, I just thought he had a few negative touches. But another thing as well, can we stop playing out from the back all the time? Because we almost paid the price for it fucking massively again today. Can we go long every now and then?
I think it's something we're just trying to learn to work on, because this season I take everything as a work in progress and we just go and get top 4. Next season when we see the serious team.
It was Christensen's one, I think, actually, that where we played it out from the back. It might have even been the offside or the foul on I think it was the foul on the goalkeeper. And you were just kind of thinking, just fucking go long, mate. Just go long, get it over and done with, let Mendy recover. And instead we put ourselves under so much unnecessary pressure. We tried to play a long ball out and it just went out for a throw in anyway. It's like, well, why don't we just fucking lump it up the pitch and regroup kind of thing? But I don't know. It's small things that someone eventually is going to make us pay the price for playing out from the back. Someone will. I thought it was going to be Everton today, to be fair, the way they pressed. They were actually very decent in terms of pressing as well, but, I mean, they just didn't have it elsewhere in the pitch. Their front three were really good, and then the rest of them were like, oh, okay, well, can pop round this if we really wanted to, which we did. So it's just a pretty much a straightforward day in the office against a decent side. So I just really am happy about it.
All right, nice. Well, Craigo, thanks as always for jumping on, man. You take care of yourself. Everyone check out Craigo28 Football, Craigo28 Sports as well. And yeah, take care of yourself, man. Have a good night. Bless. And again, guys, if you lot want to get involved, check out the Patreon link. It is down in the description below. Let's get our next guest on. Wayne, what are you saying, man?
Not a lot. Before we get him, so big up Craig, before I forget. But one thing I want to say before we get into ours, as a friend of ours, and I want guys to show the support, is Dammy. Because what's happened tonight, I don't know if you know about Lewis, obviously.
What happened with Dammy?
Racism, comments, and quite bad.
Really?
It's disrespectful, and I want everyone follow on Blues Fans TV, all of them. Can we show our support to Dammy? Because he deserves better. He's a decent human being. He don't deserve anything like that. I don't know the full story. It's basically he sent a video from way back where he did it for a joke, and he got people just commented not even 20 minutes after loads of racist comments. I'll let you see it yourself, but please, guys, support him because he deserves it. He's a decent guy and he don't deserve it. So I want to let's show our support towards him, please. Now, get to the game. There's an interesting fact I found out, and I think you'd be interested in. Since Tuchel's been in charge, no one in the top 5 leagues has kept more clean sheets than Mendy.
Yeah, I think that makes sense with our defence.
I think that's a good little one I found. Shows that how stable we are now. We said about Silva. I'm agreeing with you. He shouldn't be dropped. He should be in because he's been one of our best defenders. But if we're looking on merit, can we drop any of our defenders? Can we?
I don't see how.
So it's both of us always say that, don't we? It's always on merit. If it's on merit, we can't. Havertz has got to start. He's got to start. Both of us said today. The front three, like I'm going to say again, was orgasmic. That front three, it was absolutely purring. Even though Werner missed his opportunities, what we was frustrated with, we both said there's clear opportunities he could have done better. One, he's just like he passed it to the keeper. The other, he could have gone far post. And he went near post, didn't he? Remember that shot where he could.
Times with Werner where he really should have done better.
But that's just been nitpicking here because today's performance, we look at the first half and we both of us said this is like 0-0 all over because they was literally snapping at us in midfield. They're blocking our ways going forward, and all of a sudden Christensen pops up. He's been just started playing the passes. Got it out wide to the left. Hudson-Odoi did a little turn. Alonso found space, passed it to Alonso. There you go, passed it in ball to Havertz, got a goal. And then Christian again pops up again. And what a long ball we did to Alonso. And he done nearly 2-0 with good save by Pickford. And then second half, the same, and Havertz and Hudson-Odoi link up play. That goal, like Craig was saying, I agree. I wish it was a goal, but in letter of law, it wasn't, unfortunately. And it was a great take by Havertz, who shows the confidence he's got at the moment. And then he won that penalty, and we both said that was brilliant by him because he didn't have to hit it too far away from the keeper, and he knew Pickford was coming out and could swipe his legs. And reliable Jorginho again pops up, power knee, in it goes, no fuss. It's just a brilliant performance today. There's not a lot of negatives to this, is there really, to what we've seen. I looked at there's Sky Sports.
Yeah.
They gave Havertz the man of the match with 8. Then everyone else was a 7.
God.
Everyone else was a 7 except for Werner, who was a 6th, and Mendy was a 6th. But
Mendy only because he just didn't have anything to do that game.
Yeah. But I'm surprised Werner got a 6th, but that's what they said. So it is true. Most of the team literally we played all brilliantly. There's not a lot we can say about it because it's just an amazing game.
Exactly that. And the same question I asked you, Craigo, with the run of games that we have coming up now, how confident are you about where we can finish for the end of the season?
You know me, I'm confident. I'm confident in this team. I'm confident in our Blues. And I've just got that feeling. People call me crazy when I said it. I've just got that feeling we're going to get second. I know we've got a little crazy run at the end, but I really mean it. I think we'll finish second. We'll win the Champions League, and I do really think we'll get win the Champions League. So I said Champions League, FA Cup. If we win the Champions League, I will promise you now. If we win the Champions League, I will wear a diaper live on the TV. If we win the Champions League this year.
Don't say that because anything can happen this season.
I know, but I'm saying if we do,
unless you want to actually wish it into existence like that.
But no, I think we'll win the FA Cup, and I think we'll get like semi-finals in the Champions League or something like that. Because we have got a good side, but it depends on the draw. If we beat Atletico Madrid, we get in the quarterfinals. We've still got Bayern Munich, PSG, Liverpool if they get through. I think Real Madrid. There's a few teams there. It's not going to be easy. So, but I believe in what we're doing. So I'm very buzzed at the moment. As we've been with each other most of the watch along and that, it is just a very, very happy feeling right now.
Very, very happy feeling. Any other thoughts, bro, on any other players in the squad?
I know it's silly, but with playing in this formation, I would like to see Emerson get a try at right left. Because we've had Chilwell and Alonso, but we've not tried Emerson in that position. We've tried him against Barnsley in the central defender, but we didn't try him as a forward, like Alonso in that. I want to see how he gets on, to give him a fair opportunity. And I wouldn't mind seeing Gilmour get more of an opportunity, because I don't see him getting enough game time at the moment. I know he's young, but we all know he's got quality about him, and he deserves to get his show to try that. FA Cup's not going to do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly that. And low-key, do you think he needs a loan for next season, or would you keep him around the squad?
I think he'll get a loan, because I don't think Tuchel's settled on him being part of the midfield for the future at the moment. Because if he thought that, he would be getting more game time by now. Because this is his tryout period to see what he's teaming for next year. So I think he'll be probably going line. I could see him going to Rangers personally, because obviously he's got home there, and he'll get game time. I thought for Rangers and Steven Gerrard. I could see him going there. I don't see him going to another Premier League side. I just don't think we would risk that because how good he is. But
no, because if he goes to another Premier League side, he won't be able to play against us anyway.
No, but he will still do well for them. And
but it depends on the club.
Yeah,
Low-key, you send him to a Leeds or something, that might be a decent show. Him under Bielsa could be decent.
Do you know who I think he could go to if he do? If Brentford get up next year, Brentford, I don't think that'd be a bad move for him. I don't know what you think of that.
Maybe. I don't see enough of Brentford, but I know they play expansive football.
They do, and that's what I'm saying. They press and they do a lot of hard work off the ball as well. So that's why I thought maybe them, but looking forward to. It's got buzzing. I don't know how to explain it, but I just when you feel really high on something, if you know what I mean. When you feel really high on something and you got this buzzing feeling all on you. That's how I'm feeling right now with football. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just can't wait. I'm looking forward to our early kickoff on Saturday. Just to remind you, early kickoff.
Don't remind me, man. The less heard about that, the better, honestly.
But yeah, I'm just buzz.
I hear that, bro. Well, yeah, thanks for jumping on anyway, Wayne. You take care of yourself. You have a good night.
Everyone. Respect.
Love, bro. Love. Take care, bro. Right, again, if you lot want to get involved, click the Patreon. The link is down in the description below. Get yourselves involved and let's find out your thoughts on the game. We'll get our next guest on. Zion, what are you saying, man?
Wow. Again, like I said, man, another big 3 points. This time at home. Against a very stubborn Everton team, to say the least. I mean, in the first half, it was difficult, like in the first 20 minutes to break them down and everything. So, but you know what? When it clicks, you got to keep it going. And what a game from Kai Havertz tonight. I was shouting out, this, months ago saying we need to play him in a false nine because we need to give him a go. And see what I mean? See the effect, because this guy can play as a false nine and all that kind of stuff because he's got that mobility and he's a very hybrid athlete. He's very quick, on the ball that, most people think that he's not. And, under Frank, he wasn't doing that. And because Frank was using him in all different kind of, positions and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't working out for him. And under Tuchel, this is the reason why we brought him in, because obviously the German influence and all that kind of stuff, it plans out. And I mean, I'll be very surprised if I don't see him start against Leeds on Saturday. So
yeah,
very surprised. Very surprised to see Zuma back in the lineup, because I thought Rudiger, to be honest with you, I thought Rudiger was going to start again because I knew Silva was fit to play, but I don't think the manager wanted to risk him. But seriously, how do you break up that back three right now, the way they're playing? I mean, I just don't see how you do it, really, because clean sheets, you're getting that. You're getting the security. Mendy is feeling calm and all that kind of stuff, ahead. He's seeing these three guys, doing their thing and everything like that. So I don't know how you bring Thiago Silva back to the fold.
There's got to be a way to incorporate him. I'm thinking either he plays on the right hand side or Christensen does.
Yeah, I think he did play in PSG. I
was hearing that in the comments.
Yeah, apparently he did, but I just don't know if it was in a back four or a back three. But if it was a back four, then I don't think he'll work, because I think if you think about it, Silva likes to do deep range passes from the back. He's a very kind of solid kind of guy. He likes to stay in the middle. He's like that compact defender that just likes to, be that shield for the goalkeeper. So I don't think I'd see him, because I think on the right and left, you need kind of mobility in a defender, because they can run around, the midfield like CDM area and just, keep the ball out. And the one who stays in the middle always kind of stays back a lot and does those kind of like quarterback throws and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's how Thiago Silva is, along with Christensen. So I just don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, you may as well give it a try, but it might backfire. So I don't know really. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how you bring him back though, seriously though, because these three are playing, great. Again, the Christensen show showing Richarlison that
AC Penitentiary out in full
you ain't
force.
getting past him. Seriously, I mean, Richarlison, who was in great form coming into this game, he was banging in goals left, right, and centre. Comes up against Christensen. Well, there you go. As every formed player comes through, this guy he's going to go back into inform. So I just don't see, anyone right now getting past him. So I'm very happy for him, getting the game time that he deserves. And he deserves all the credit that he's getting right now because the guy's been very underrated for the past couple of years. When we signed him, people are saying, why did we sign him and stuff like that? So he's proven his worth. So fair play to him. And on the game, I think we lit up the game more in the second half. To be honest with you, Werner again missing his chances. To be honest with you, I think he could have had a hat trick tonight. Really, the way he was going. I think Everton were
He
there.
really should have, but this is the thing with Werner, and it's why I need to start seeing him be more clinical. I give him chances, and I still do give him chances, but it's like, bro, like if that cost us the game, then it's completely different.
There you go. I mean, to be honest with you, thank God we're ahead by at least a goal or two, because if this was like 0-0, and he's missing those chances like that could have cost us. But like I said, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm still going to give him time. Like I said, he hasn't had a proper pre-season. He hasn't had a proper full season under Chelsea. That, like, in a normal circumstance that a player would have when they, join a foreign club. So I definitely can see him clicking next season. But to be honest with you, those chances, I mean, I think even the likes of Tammy Abraham could have finished them off. I mean, don't get me wrong. Abraham, people might call him a tapping merchant and all that kind of stuff. But at least I think Olivier Giroud probably would finish them. Like, I think any striker right now that isn't even on form, if you give them to Calvert-Lewin, he'd finish them easily. So I just don't know. I mean, to be honest, this is confidence again for him, but he's got to keep it going. You can't really. You got to feel for him as well. But it is frustrating to see him miss those chances because we could have beaten Everton 5-6-0 tonight. Let's just be real, because they were there for the taking. I think if it weren't for Pickford in goal, really doing those saves, easily goals, we would have, we could have scored 4-5 easily. So overall, great game, great intensity, press, all that kind of stuff again, and unbeaten again under Tuchel. So very happy and, looking forward to Leeds, really.
Yeah, well, what's your thoughts for the Leeds game? How confident are you going into that match?
I was confident when they came to Stamford Bridge, but going to Ellen Road, it's going to be a big game again. And the Leeds ain't no scrub team. Let's get that real. They are a very attacking side team, aren't they? So they will come at us. They're a very physical team as well, really, in that midfield with the likes of, Phillips and all them kind of guys there. So Rafinha, obviously they just lost today to West Ham 2-0. So West Ham are now breathing down our necks. So, like I said, I think now it's another good game, but I think we should beat them. We've got enough firepower to beat them. I mean, to be honest with you, really, I don't think really they will cause us trouble. I'll tell you that, because
will we be clinical or not?
Well, that's the thing though, because if Havertz plays like he played today, I think he can do well. And I think, to be honest with you, he deserved the goal today. After all the hard work he did today, for that performance, he deserved the goal. So very unlucky for him not to get it. And well, I don't know. I mean, I think we should beat them though. We got enough firepower. We got enough quality to beat Leeds. I mean, let's get real. I don't care how attacking you are. Liverpool are an attacking team. City are an attacking team, but we should beat teams like them because we've got enough quality in our squad to beat them. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I should expect a win, but it won't be an easy win if we do win. So, yeah. Also, again, I'd like to touch on that VAR decision for Havertz's goal. I mean, I did comment this on your channel saying, how the hell is that a handball? Seriously, it hit his arm, above his elbow, and you're giving that a handball. I mean, the officiating in this country is just so bad. I'm sorry. I mean, this is why
It's not even the officiating; it's the rules around it.
you don't even know what
Like the
handball
rules
rules
are
are
so
now.
it's killing the game in itself because it's not allowing the game to flow. The rules are meant to allow the game to flow, and it doesn't do that.
I don't even know what a handball rule is now, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't even know what an offside rule is right now because it's so confusing. And I mean, seriously, I mean, this is why these officials never make it into the top, European games or to the, big, get invited to World Cups and stuff like that. It's because they do stunts like this. They're making themselves even more idiots by doing it. So really, I'm not surprised. But to be honest with you, if we weren't 1-0 up and that was a goal that we needed to win, I would have been so frustrated and pissed off with the officials. So, I mean, to be honest, I don't know what the hell's going on with them lot today. Again, in the Arsenal game, you saw that when Pepe, hit, and, the likes of Peters was flipping like standing in like a goalkeeper on the goal, and then really clearly is a penalty. You can see it from an eye. VAR says, no, that's not a penalty. I mean, you can just see, how the officiating in this country has gone. It has gone bad to worse. So, even like the BT Sport guy, the Peter Wharton guy, when they spoke to him about it, even he said that's a penalty. That's not a handball. That should be a goal. And even the guy who's there, looking at it, even he's saying it's not it's not a handball. But still, VAR gives it a handball. What a surprise! So yeah, I mean, like I said, we move on. But I'm looking forward to the Leeds game, and like I said, we've got teams breathing down our neck, and we got to start picking up points and winning and get that top 4 spot.
Yeah, I hear that, bro. So, any final thoughts, man?
Not really. I mean, like I said, man. I mean, substitutions. Tuchel again undefeated. Clean sheets after clean sheets. So we just move on. The guy's just like now, as it stands, formidable. You can't beat really nobody. Whoever's coming up against us, they can't really beat him. Tactically, really, I'm saying. So the guy's a master. A master's chair, whatever it is. So you can't really say anything about him. I mean, obviously, I never wanted him to be the manager of Chelsea. Obviously, when there were rumours about him, I said, nah, I just don't rate the guy. But he's showing I knew he was a tactical masterclass and all that kind of stuff. At PSG, you saw that. And his emotion for the game is brilliant. And like I said, he's going the right direction if he wants to be here. And obviously, the board now in the summer, if we do get top 4, they've got to back him, and and bring in the the players that we need to challenge for the league title next season, because that would be their main target next season. Challenge City, challenge Liverpool. I don't know if Liverpool are going to be there next season again with the way they're going. So like I said, man, we keep it going, and massive 3 points again.
All right, well, Zion, thanks for jumping on, man. Much
No problem, man.
appreciated.
All right, bro.
Take care.
You too, bro.
Bless. All right, we'll get our next guest on quickly. Prasanna, what are you saying, man? Oh, must not be ready. Well, we'll get our next guy on. Fata, what are you saying, man?
Yeah, I'm good. First of all, shout out to Dami on what happened earlier in the social media and that. And secondly, again, it's been a weird day, not gonna lie with you. And again, I said it to you earlier. It's been a year to this day that you, me, all of us, like literally inside the stadium all together watching that game. You were vlogging as well. But yeah, man, I'm satisfied with the performance today. Positive day around Chelsea. Massive statement in terms of top 4 race. Today's game, lots of positive to take. The movement, fluidity, the confidence on the ball, absolute peach. And individually, I thought Shaw had a good game, even though in the first half I criticised him a lot. But I just think, again, I want to clarify this earlier, what I said. I think the wow factor hasn't got into me yet. But when we go to a 1-0 lead, what happened in that halftime team talk by Tuchel, he was a different man straight away. All of a sudden, like in the left hand side, Cho looked so much better. And there's an argument over which position he should be moved for. Well, I don't know about you, but whether is he a right wing back or a left wing back, that's for a discussion on another day. But all in all,
honest.
yeah. But all in all, I'm very satisfied with his work rate. But such an unfortunate way that his assist that could lead to Havertz's goal, but at the end of the day, was ruled out by VAR. And I hate to cook this every time, bro. It's so pointless to dissect it because we've seen this accident so many times throughout the course of this season. Again, the same as Liverpool. This, I don't know what you call it, the shirt sleeve law, whatever they want to call it, that ruled out Timo Werner's goals against Liverpool on Thursday, isn't used when deciding to rule out Havertz's goal again today. Again, the VAR thing is a disgrace, though. I don't know about you, but I just think that the handball rule again, I'm not really having it though, Lewis.
The handball rule.
I think that I don't know about you. This just look a handball to you because if this wasn't like without VAR, it could have been goal.
No, I don't understand the handball rules. They got Werner off for his sleeve last time, and now they got Havertz off for his hand. It's like neither of them are going to cause a goal anyway. I understand the Havertz one. The Havertz one, to be honest, is a handball. It does follow the rules. But the Werner one, this is a sticky one. That one.
Do you know what the most jarring thing is? There's a pitch side monitor on the pitch side monitor. Yeah, they didn't even use it today. What's the point of having there?
They didn't need
What's the point of having there? Like seriously, this VAR hierarchy in the department that. They think they're cocky, they know how to use the VAR, but clearly they don't. But go back to the individual performance today. The other players that stand up for me today, probably Kovacic. I thought he stepped up in the second half. That pass that leader Kai Havertz to penalty, that kind of pass like we've been crying out for a whole season. Who else? Alonso. I thought he's been decent as well. And last but not least, your main guy, AC. I think Richarlison covered Lewis. And wait, can I see the penalty or something? Because I just see Richarlison cover Lewin somewhere. But double thumbs up to him. Timo Werner again today. Like you said earlier in the review, I just think he needs to be more clinical. Lack of killer instinct. And I understand like your opinion about him being struggle against low block. But again, man, he needs to be more clinical, what I think. But yeah, man. All in all, it's a positive sign for Chelsea, and just need to keep the momentum going, you know.
I hear that, man. I hear that. Any final thoughts?
I think sum up, man. I think we got Leeds on Saturday, and I just saw Bielsa going mad on the touchline, going on against the players and that, and about an hour ago after the game, during the game, and they had 0 shots on target. And I think if we now find the midfield, I think we can have a like really comfortable game during the lunchtime. And the last thing that we need, low key, is not a charity FC. But my head says like 80%. I'm positive that we can get another 3 points, but my 20% tells me that Bielsa is going to end this unbeaten run.
You think Bielsa's going to end it?
I really doubt it, man. Honestly, like the last thing that like Charity FC could come back again, man. Honestly, you never know. You never know, man. You never know with this team. But I'm trying to be ended against Liverpool because what happened last time we have this like honeymoon unbeaten run. Oh, what happened? Oh, we got beat up by Everton. So that's the last thing that I need to do, literally. Because I don't know about you. I know you're confident, but me, I'm just being optimistic.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, well, thanks for jumping on, Fatter, anyway. You take care of yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Bless, man, bless. All right, again, guys, if you lot do want to get involved, the Patreon is down in the description below. Check it out, get involved, and have your say. We're going to get our next guest on. Yes, bro, what are you saying? You good?
I'm all good. How you doing, Lewis?
I'm good. Talk to me about the game, bro. What was your thoughts? Another W for the Chelsea.
Yeah, so I think it's just two words. It's game management. Like we saw it through. We scored goals at the right time, and we just kind of do what we've done over the last couple of games. So we've squeezed the life out of opponents. We made sure that we've given them not a sniff. Like if you look at the games against Atletico, the games against Manchester United, against Liverpool, these are top teams, and we haven't given them a sniff at all. We've really like gone out there and dominated it and like asserted our dominance as well. So in terms of teams or other fans calling us boring, it might be boring for the neutrals, but in terms of getting the job done, we're second to none at the moment.
Exactly. And I don't mind boring because boring is just calm and it's relaxed. And I know what's coming. And for the most part, it's the W because it is just all depends on how clinical we are for 90 minutes. I know what our defense brings, and it's barely been breached this season. The midfield has been solid for the most part. We're amazing bringing the ball forward. It's just the final product where we always complain about. So I don't even like complaining about it at this point because it's like I'm repeating myself. But we just aren't that clinical.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Timo can be frustrating, but I feel like in terms of what he brings to the team, it's invaluable. He stretches it. And we've all been crying out for Cho to be playing on the left-hand side. I think you saw what he could. He was incredible, especially in the first half, the way that him and Marcus linked up. Like they ran Iwobi ragged, and he got brought off like pretty sharpish in the second half. Like that left hand side for us was lethal, and I feel like where Callum will get more embedded in his team, we'll see a lot more from him cutting in from the left hand side. I thought Reece had a kind of quiet game in comparison to what we've seen when we've seen him at his best. But overall, I thought the team just performed well, man. We looked like we're ticking. Like I say, game management is the biggest kind of takeaway from this game. We scored the goals at the perfect time. Like if you look in the second half, they were kind of coming back into it when they brought on Tom Davis for Iwobi and they went to Diamond in midfield. They started to get a hold in the game, and then boom, you see Kovacic play the ball to Havertz, wins the penalty. We scored a goal in the 65th minute, and then we see the game out. Like teams don't look like they're coming close to us at the moment, not really laying the glove on us. And yeah, we're taking things one game at a time. But I'm very optimistic that we're going to finish in the top four quite comfortably.
Just top four, or with the run of games that we have right now, are you feeling a bit more optimistic about higher?
Well, we'll have to see against Leeds because Leeds could be a tricky game. I know that they haven't got anything to play for, but they're a team that can turn up. But anywhere in the top four, I'll take really. Obviously, for like a morale booster, if we finish second in the league and then go again next season, then it's something to build upon. But in terms of anywhere in the top four, it doesn't really bother me as long as we get into the Champions League places. I think our focus is going to be on the cup competition. So kind of seeing this leg through against Atletico Madrid, seeing how we can progress in the FA Cup. I think getting the trophy on the board is important because we very rarely go 2 seasons without a trophy. So ensuring that we secure one of those is massive for us. But one player I do want to shout out is your guy, Andreas Christensen. He
love to hear it.
He looked imperious today, and I'm someone who's doubted him. He seems to me he's cut from the same cloth as a player like John Stones. Technically brilliant, but he's a confidence player. He's a player that needs to kind of have his backup to kind of play. And we've seen it in games this season where Christensen looked a bit soft. He hasn't looked like that imperious leader that we're looking for. Leaders that we recognise at Chelsea, whether you're going back to Desailly or you're talking about John Terry, those kind of players that assert themselves. And that's what Thiago Silva's been for us this season. But Christensen really has stepped up over the last couple of games. And I feel like Tuchel's going to have a decision to make in the upcoming weeks on whether to drop him or play him alongside Thiago Silva. Because right now, I feel like he's almost undroppable in terms of the way he's playing. I think he needs to be looking in his pockets for Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin because he had their man on lock. They had nothing for him. Richarlison was in great form coming into this game. Everton were in great form. Calvert-Lewin's having the season of his life. They had nothing for Christensen today. So, yeah, Christensen, big shout out to him. He's been massive recently.
With that in mind, what's your thoughts for the back three then for the next few games? Because Thiago Silva's going to have to come back into the squad sooner or later. Who drops out? Because we already were surprised today to see Rudiger get arrested, and we saw Zuma pop back into the lineup, which worked to good effect as well to deal with Calvert-Lewin in this match as well. But what would you want to see for the next 2 matches?
So that's one thing that I would say is that Tuchel's like rotated the squad masterfully. Like he's really kind of ticked every box with it. He's made sure that players don't feel like they're out in the cold. So in terms of back three, I'm open to see what Tuchel wants to do. I think that Aspie's place is guaranteed. He's our leader at the back, and I don't feel like anybody can really fulfill the role at the right hand side of of that back three like Aspie can, because he can also get forward as well. I know his legs have gone a bit, but he can also kind of provide a bit of width on the right hand side. In terms of down the middle, it's take your pick really. So kind of we're a very, very privileged position in terms of the players that we can play in that position, whether it's Thiago, whether it's Christensen. So for me personally, against Atletico, I would like to see Christensen play there, because I don't think it's necessarily a case of us dropping Thiago Silva. It's not a case of he got dropped because he was playing badly. He got injured and Christensen stepped in. I feel like we've got to ride this wave of Christensen form. I think he's performed to a level where he deserves that place in the team, and I feel like unsettling that ahead of a big game against Atletico could potentially be a problem for us. And on the left-hand side, I want to see Rudiger come back in. I thought Kurt Zuma looked decent, but I think the back three of Christensen, Aspie and Rudiger is solid enough against Atletico Madrid to get the job done.
All right, well, any final thoughts, bro?
Not really, man. It's just it's on to Leeds. I feel like it's a game that we need to win. I feel like if we win that game against Leeds, then we're almost home and dry. I don't see us kind of dropping out the top four if we win that game against Leeds. It's going to be a tough one. We need to make sure that we go into it concentrating, making sure that we don't let our guard down, making sure that we're not too overconfident. But if we beat Leeds, then we're off to the races, especially before the international break.
All right, well, bro, thank you for jumping on, man. It's been great to chat. Anything you want to shout out?
No, you can follow me on Instagram as Kwaku_Fari. I also run a football podcast called the We Talk Football Podcast. So on Instagram it's at We Talk Football Podcast. So make sure you go check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, well, safe, man. You take care, man. Great to chat.
Take care.
Bless. All right, again, guys, you lot want to jump in? Patreon link is down in the description below. Check it out. And yeah, let's get our next guest on. Tyrese, what are you saying, man?
Hey, bro. How are you doing?
Bro. What are you saying?
Bro, what a performance. Like, I think this is the game that really showed us that, like, that I think everything is perfect now, apart from more goals. But that's gonna come in time. But everything is perfect, bro. Like, I noticed even with our Burnley game, even though we won and we moved the ball quickly, we didn't move it as quick as we were doing it in the first 20 minutes today, bro. Like, not even the first 20 minutes, the entire game, we were just moving that ball so quickly, up and down. And yeah, everyone played well today, apart from the player that I'm about to assess right now. That's Timo Werner, man. Like, I love Werner. I always wanted Werner since like 2018 when he was at Leipzig. I haven't given up on him or anything like that, because I'm not harsh towards a player, but like, I think fans need to know, like all Chelsea fans need to know, that this guy is coming from a new country. He's a human being. He's coming into a new country. He has to adapt. And necessarily, if he would have finished those chances, he wouldn't have been a flop. He's not necessarily like a flop that we could speak about Shevchenko, that just didn't really play that well. He plays well, but he's just so unlucky to not finish them. I think a good preseason, and like let him, because in the preseason you learn you iron out the kinks before you start the fresh season. And if Tuchel could like give him a extra finishing drills before the preseason tour. I don't know if we're gonna do a preseason tour this year due to COVID, but all I know, he needs a preseason, because he needs some time to adjust to England. I do think he's gonna come good, very good by next season, because I was speaking with a Spurs fan. Yes, I know the scum. I hate the Spurs. I hate Spurs, but I spoke with some Spurs fans here in Barbados, and they told me that Son was actually the same as Werner in his first season, missed a lot of chances. And
I thought you were going to say goals and assists. I was going to be like, no way.
Huh?
I thought you were going to say goals and assists. I was going to be like, no way, man.
No. In his first season, he was similar to Werner. He missed a lot of chances, and he didn't even score that much goals. I have to check the stats, but I know that's true because I saw it I saw that post before, and they said that and look at Son now. Like, as much as we hate Tottenham, we have to admit he's a world class player. He's one of the best wingers in the Premier, isn't he? And yeah, Werner's gonna come good, man. Like, he's missing chances, and I was also told by Arsenal fan that Aubameyang was missing a lot of chances. So I think it just has to do with when you come from the Bundesliga. Like it's a very I watched that the Classico the other day against Bayern and Dortmund. Like everything is just fast, quick touch, quick fast, 1-2, quick bam. There's nothing that like a composed shot that you will see from like a Danny Ings or Harry Kane in the Premier League. It's like everything is just so rushed, and that's a problem that Werner has to work on. He has to realize the Premier League have to be composed, and yeah, that takes a season to get out. He eventually is going to realize that you have to finish a certain way in the Premier League. You have to watch some videos of Harry Kane, watch some videos of Sergio Aguero. They take a touch, then bang. You don't have to like always hit it first thing. That's his biggest problem, because if he would have got yes, because when you chip a goalkeeper, the keeper could save it. It's possible, but more than likely, it's not going to happen. Today, he just needs to work on that decision making there, because with Pickford coming out, you could have chipped him. You could have chipped Dink it over Pickford, and you could have scored that. You didn't have to hit that like so hard with proper placement, because the keeper will know where it's going and he'll save it. And we just need to know as fans to give Vernon some time. But moving into the game, yeah, we completely dominated that game, bro. Like I don't even think, apart from probably one chance that Everton had, was really frightening. They did nothing. Big up the AC Hive again, because big up the of course.
As usual.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning to ask you. Why do you have Martial in there, bro? Like, he wasn't really in there for too long. He wasn't really on against just for too long.
It's just agenda. I didn't even care he was there for 10 minutes. Look, I put Jota in there as well. You didn't even. Let me get rid of that. Yeah. Jota's there in the background as well. He played like 8 minutes.
Bro, you gotta make space. You gotta put Bamford in there or nah.
Bamford? Well, that depends on if Christensen's playing the next game. He should be. But everyone's asking questions about Thiago Silva, and I'm saying the more Christensen plays, the less reason you have to even drop this guy, because he's playing amazing.
Yeah, I think since we have so much good players and we have to accommodate them, like Thiago Silva is 36 years old. We got to remember this, and he just picked up an injury. So, like, knowing Chelsea, I don't think they're going to rush him in. I think they're going to probably sit him out for 2-3 games, like probably 2 games or so, and then probably when we have to play Atletico Madrid, he'll probably be back by next week. I don't even think he's going to play against Leeds, because he's 36 years old against like one of the quickest teams in the Premier League. Leeds, they move the ball so quickly. That's going to be a very high intensity game. I don't think that's a game to put Thiago Silva right back in. That's why I don't think Tuchel played him today. I don't think Tuchel played him against Liverpool, because those are fast games. Like, what's our next game after Leeds? Who do they have to play in the Premier League?
We don't play another league game till after the international break, but we face West Brom.
Okay, I don't think any of our players. I don't know if any of our players are traveling, but apart from that, Thiago Silva, if he does travel with Brazil, he's going to stop players from traveling. Okay, I understand that, but I'm glad then. But with Thiago Silva, we could put him back in for the Atletico game and then the West Brom game, so he can get his fitness back up. But for right now, AC is just playing so great, man. And Zuma, I do now see the reason why Thomas Tuchel doesn't play him. It's not because he's not a good player; he's just not good enough on the ball. And Rudiger, as much as Chelsea fans doesn't really like him. I love Antonio Rudiger, and I think he's actually good on the ball. Christensen is very good on the ball. Azpilicueta is obviously very good on the ball. So, and he also plays as that. When we attack, he's the right back, but when we defend, he's the right center back. That's what I really like about Azpi. So so in hindsight, unless you're gonna play Reece James there, he's undroppable. Plus, he's the captain too. But with Zuma now, I don't know how he fits into this Tuchel system unless he works on playing out from the back. More he gets better with the ball on his feet. But I don't know because he's in the prime of his career now, and I don't know if that's the time to really instill these sort of things into players that are basically in the peak of their career. So hopefully Zuma could stick around for a bit more, but he's not good enough on the ball. So I see the reason why Tuchel wasn't playing him. But he had a good game. He every time Zuma plays, he's a physical presence. I remember when he just bodied I can't remember what it was, he bodied off the ball, but they were looking for a foul afterwards, and it was just complete body from Kurt Zuma. The guy is just so big and strong. And yeah, everyone played so well today. Probably for the first 20 minutes, Georgian frustrated me because he was giving away a bit of fouls. He gave away the ball at once, but he just came into the game and he was just so great with his balls. Kovac, yeah, I don't think he had a great game. I don't think he had a bad game. I just think he had a pretty okay game. And yeah, Kovacic is so underrated, man. Like the way we just transition the balls up the pitch, bro, it's just fantastic to watch. And yeah, everyone played well. But why I have to devote my time to him is Kai Havertz, bro. Kai Havertz today was a different gravy at centre forward. That shot that he took that the Ben Godfrey own goal. Unfortunately, he didn't get the goal. And then the second time, when I first saw it, I didn't think it was handball. When I first saw it, I thought it was handball actually. But then I reviewed. I looked back at it like an hour or so ago, and it looks like Kai Havertz. It wasn't a handball. Look, I don't like this VAR rule thing, man. It's just so frustrating. Hey, Lewis, you're there?
Yeah. Yeah. What
Lewis?
are you saying? Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my god, I think Lewis
Your
is
connection
Lewis?
open or what? Yo, Tyrese, can you hear me?
Lewis, you're stuck, bro.
Tyrese? Yo. Is this me or what?
Yeah, I can hear you now. But you're stuck. I wasn't too sure what was going on. I think it's on your end.
I think that was your end, bro. Everything seems fine here.
I don't know what's going on.
Bro, just continue your point. Go on. Oh, we're gonna leave that. Next guest, Rajiv. What are you saying, man?
Not much, Lewis. What about yourself? How are you
Am I
feeling? Good?
lagging, by the way? Was that me?
I think it's him. I don't think it's you. Otherwise, you would have lagged out. But you're all right. I've been watching you.
Thank God. I was like, what the fuck? Is something going on with my laptop? All right, but go on. What are you saying?
Nah, it's not you, bro. No, I'm chilling, man. I'm in a good mood, man. How are you feeling, man?
Yeah. I'm all good. Another W on the board. Merseyside destroyed under
That's it.
Christensen. Great to
That's
see.
it. Therefore, coming to the game, I think we did really well. I think Everton did test us a bit, but I think Jovicic. I'm going to get onto Havertz in a minute, but Jovicic today did very well. Reece James did his bit. I can't really ask for much for Reece James. I mean, he's not really an attacking player, as you think. But Alonso, he did very, very well today. Coming to that attack when we got the goal, I think obviously it came down to Callum Hudson-Odoi with the movement, obviously giving it to Alonso. But running in from behind, Alonso did make some good runs today. As much as people don't like Alonso, he did very well today. And coming to Kai Havertz, fuck me, crying for this guy playing centre forward for all this time. And today he just fucking delivered it. He just laid it all onto that goal, bro. And it's unfortunate that it came to an own goal. I think they classed it as an own goal, but it's one of them, really. Werner, fucking hell. Honestly, I just didn't look at the TV. The minute he missed the second chance, fucking hell. I just thought, fuck this, man. He's just going to end like another Fernando Torres at this rate. I mean, well, don't get me wrong. From all the strike, I don't think he's an actual striker. I think from our strikers in the past, he's probably the ones that he's just not. He's not your forward where you think you are okay. You want to give the ball to him. He's your little. He's not that Giroud type of play. He's not your Calvert-Lewin. He's just more like a little winger forward. It's similar to a Rashford. I think the way I can describe it. That's why I just don't see him as. I wouldn't want to compare him to the strikers in the past. We just need to stop doing. As Chelsea fans, we do have this thing where our strikers have to expect our strikers to get the goals into the net. I think the closest best striker we've had in the past, you probably know yourself, Lewis, is Diego Costa. Diego Costa was probably the only striker from what I remember that did actually get the goal in the net. And obviously he's one of the ones that I kind of miss really. But again, we need to start comparing Werner to other strikers because you can just see it. He does try hard. He does work hard. Morata, he gave up after 5 minutes after getting shoved off, not going to the gym. Tammy Abraham does try, but again, it just comes down to quality. Obviously, if you come back to your strikers like your Fernando Torres, obviously, when coming to his final year at Liverpool, you can just see it was dipping. But then he did try hard, Fernando Torres, but again, it's just the way he was used, unfortunately. Why it is unfortunate, and of course, you got Shevchenko. Again, we need to start comparing Werner to these strikers. Again, he's a very good player, Werner. We just need to bear in mind as well. Us Chelsea fans need to bear in mind the team's going to be building around him, so we've got to bear with that. And Kai Havertz, he's a different breed today. Honestly, man, we are crying. All fans are crying for false nine. Sorry. And for him to play that role today and getting that fucking goal, bloody hell. He did again, we missed it so much, man. And coming to Leeds game, I don't know, Lewis. I don't know, but we don't want to turn into Charity FC. Let's just say that. We don't want to turn to Charity FC. Let's just say that. And again, I can't remember who he was, but he basically said by good instinct he might end the run of he might end Tuchel's unbeaten run. Bielsa might turn it around. Well, that's just my other 50% side telling me that. But on the other side, the way we're playing, we need to keep it going. We need to take game by game, because honestly, we don't know what we're under. We can't underestimate every opponent we play. I think that's one lesson we need to learn. Everton weren't shit today, period. Everton, if anything, they did have some chances. They just didn't really create anything special. They tried to break us on the counter. We were just very solid. And again, shout out to Christensen. Come on, Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
The Christensen penitentiary. It's going up, man.
Strong.
The Christensen penitentiary is keeping on going.
Going strong.
My days, he was good today, man. I was, you know what? I was surprised that Zuma started though, because Zuma didn't really doesn't really play a lot. I think he dropped Rudiger because just maybe for a tactical reason, or he's trying to rest him for the Leeds game. But Zuma again, he's a very solid player, not good with the ball. Obviously, that's Tuchel likes defenders able to play with the ball, dribbling and all that. I think that's the one key skill he likes to have, his defenders. But unfortunately, Zuma is just one of them, really. He's just a solid defender. Pretty much to it. He's a very good defender, but not good with feet. I think that's why he doesn't get chose a lot. Fingers crossed, he doesn't go. We have to wait and see when the time comes. In sense of Thiago Silva, I think we might need to get him back in, because after that, again, if Tuchel decides to think, you know what, I'm not gonna play Rudiger again, but I might rest him for the Atletico Madrid game, which is a good long while, maybe. I might start Silva. But if I was to play him, I'll play him on the right-hand side, because right now I would never ever take Christensen out of that centre role. I just think personally that's how you get the best out of Christensen, playing in that centre half role. Yes, he's not David Luiz where you use that he's not living that quarterback role, leaving the balls in from far out. He's not that kind of centre back, unfortunately. But this Christensen will deliver, and of course, in the last 5 games, he's proven that time and time again. But I think Thiago Silva playing on the left or right hand side would be good.
All right, cool. Well, any final thoughts about the
guy? Shout out to everybody who's been on here. I'm gonna give you the thumbs up on that. Coming to Leeds game, I'm just hoping we get the win. Take game by game. and then of course we've got Atletico Madrid game as well. Fingers crossed we'll get through and then go from there, Lewis.
All right, nice one. Well, bro, thank you for jumping on, man. Much
Don't
appreciated.
worry
You
about
take
it,
care
bro.
of yourself. We'll see you for
You
the
too,
next
bro.
day.
Yeah.
Bless. All right, again, we will move on to our next guest. I do want to say as well, before we do move on, if you guys haven't checked out already, please check out the OneFootball app, the most reliable app for all your footballing news regarding your club or any club in the top 6 leagues or anywhere else in Europe as well. Don't forget to check out the live transfer indicator app as well to get all your best available transfer news. It is down in the description below. Check out the OneFootball app. And whilst you're also there, click the Patreon link as well to get involved and to get involved with the phone in as well. We'll get our next guest in. Dennis, what are you saying, man? You alright, bro? Is your connection working?
You alright, matey? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. The
Can you hear
connection's
us?
just fading a little bit. Try switch your camera off and see if that helps.
Yeah,
Alright,
hold on.
try now.
Is that better?
Yeah, that worked. But no, switch it off because it will help. It'll help
Yeah.
there you go. Right.
So how are you, man? You alright?
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm good, man. How are you?
Absolutely buzzing. Honestly, we played so good today. It was quality.
Yeah, I was a
So
brilliant.
what's your opinion on VAR?
It's annoying. It's not VAR. It's the rules around it. That's the problem. Like some of the decisions surrounding handballs just don't make sense. Offsides as well. I just don't get how your hand can be involved in an offside call because you don't use your hand to play the ball into the back of the net unless you want to give a free kick and get a yellow card. But these are the new rules. Well, we're stuck with them and it's killing the game. But here we are.
It is killing football, really. It really is. But Kai Havertz today, man. Oh, just a big shout out to him. He's that goal. I know it's classed on an own goal, but different gravy, like the other guy said.
Yeah, it was a great. Was a great goal. It really should have been given to him, but I get that it got pushed as an own goal. But at the very least, if he takes the assist, I'll be happy with that.
No, I do love the Tuchel football.
Tuchel's football has been amazing.
What's your thoughts on the game today?
Game was great. Game was solid.
I will say the first 20 minutes I was nervous.
It was the tougher game out of this one, the Liverpool match.
Yeah. Oh, the Liverpool game. That's the first time this season I think we've played as a team. We've looked good.
Yep. Wait, first time since when?
First time for a while we've looked good.
Nah. I think we've been excellent since Tuchel's joined. To be fair.
Yeah, I do like his style of football. There was a lot of hate towards him. Like they thought he was going to come in and not like do anything. He was going to be he was completely underrated.
Yeah, I feel it was just fans mourning the fact that Lampard got sacked too much. They didn't want to give him a fair chance, but now everyone has to take him seriously. He's been managing for over 11 games now. We still haven't lost.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I thought the connection was faded.
Can you hear us again?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
Who got man of the match?
I think it was Havertz. I think it was Kai Havertz that got it.
He did deserve it. Like the other person said, that's where I think Havertz was playing. If you put him in a centre forward role, he was like that. I think in Bayern Leverkusen, he was playing in that role, and that's where he was so deadly. Just I don't know if you watched him when he was in Bayern Leverkusen. It was unreal.
Yeah. I've seen some clips. I watched a few games back from last season, especially in the second half of the season. He was excellent.
Oh, he was quality. I just want to, because I'm a big fan of him. I do like Havertz. I know you shouldn't say it really, but he reminds me. He's got a lot to go yet because he's still young, but he reminds me of Michael Ballack.
Yes, definitely, especially with his ball progression. I would say that.
And also, I'm a big fan of Werner, but he had so many chances today. But it doesn't.
Yeah, and it's jarring, but at the very least, we didn't lose.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he's more of a winger, or I don't think he does. He looks good at striking, but he looks better on the wing. Him and
On the
Giroud
right-hand
playing
side,
together,
yeah.
they look good. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy with
Any
the
final
performance.
thoughts, bro?
Sorry, say again.
Any final thoughts, bro?
I think we were just awesome. Looking forward to the next run of games. I think we're going to do good. Just proud of the team. Love it.
All right, nice, man. Well,
Also-
we'll chat to you for the next game, bro. You take care of
Okay.
yourself.
Look after yourself. Cheers, mate.
Bless, man. Bless.
Bye bye.
Bye. Yes, Tony, what are you telling me, man?
Hello, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm
Happy
good. What are you
again?
saying, man? Yeah, another
Yeah.
happy performance.
Yeah, very pleasing, very pleasing. The TT revolution rolls on, doesn't it? And you have to say, when we was looking at that fixture list, you know, Atletico, United, Liverpool, Everton, you know, we knew we were going into a tough time, but we've just breezed it, haven't we? Absolutely breezed it. And that's the difference. I mean, 11 games, 8 wins, 3 draws. And the thing is, we don't look like we're going to, even at 1-0, you know, where 1-0s in the past was almost like we were, you know, it was squeaky bum time all the time, wasn't it? But I don't feel that with this, you know, the way we've set up. And I told you he'd switch it, didn't I, after Liverpool? And if that had been Frank, and this is no disrespect to Frank, and most managers, they probably wouldn't have rested any of those players who simply played so well at Anfield. You know, how can you drop those players? But you know, you can clearly tell that he picks a side. You know, which based on what he sees in training, based on the opposition, and based on the psychology of keeping a fresh side and a happy camp. I mean, he really is the complete package. I'm so impressed with him. I mean, just from as you know, I'm in sales and marketing, and honestly, the psychology of how the man talks, you know, how he reads things, you know, everything is about man management. It's about appreciation of everything in life, understanding and making people feel like they can achieve, and that's confidence, you know, comes from within. But if you've got someone that is your manager that installs that confidence in you, even if you're a bit part player, you know, this is the whole point of it. We're talking about a squad of players now that are all tuned in. And if you look at the tactical awareness of a man, the way he switches formations and he uses certain players, it's almost like 2 or 3 players. It's like they slot in together, and he does this, you know, throughout the course of the game as well. Honestly, we've got an exceptional manager here. We really, really have. You know,
That's why I'm
a
excited.
younger-
Like, every interview I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
has made me more and more motivated.
Honestly, and if you notice the way he praises him, he's very clever, you know, and he makes almost like psychological statements, and then he kind of like follows it up, you know, by doing the opposite to what people expect. You know, he's a very, very, very clever man. You know, he's as I say, he understands the whole psychology of man management and people skills, and people forget, you know, there's a lot involved in that. You know, we all know that story, as I said before, with Frank Lampard, but he was in the shower and Mourinho said, "Listen, I'm going to build my side around you. You are the greatest midfield player, blah, 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 blah." And Frank said, you know, for him, that was the most incredible thing. And that gave him more confidence, more, you know, just believing in his own ability. And that is the art of management. And I've been there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done it. I've managed 27, 28, 29 branches, hundreds of people. They're all different people with different personalities. And the way to get the best out of people is to tap into, you know, where their strengths are. And obviously with their weaknesses, don't highlight their weaknesses. You work on their weaknesses from a positive perspective. And if you look at the way he deals with things, He's a very, very clever man, I'm telling you. And, what can't speak, can't lie. Before we took over, we were, 5 points off the top 4, sitting in 9th position. And actually, if you look at our fixtures coming up, we've got a very favourable April. And I don't know if you've seen them. Obviously, West Ham won again. A bit annoying they are at the moment, aren't they, West Ham, to be fair.
They are, but they've got trickier fixtures coming up, which give me a bit of optimism.
Yeah, they have. They've got Man United coming up. I think they've got Arsenal. They've got us. They've got, I think, Wolves away. They've got Leicester. They've got some really tough games, West Ham, for sure. And I think they will drop some points there. But if you look at our fixtures, I was just digging them out, actually, throughout the course of April. We've got West Brom, Palace, Brighton, West Ham, Fulham. And then we go into quite a difficult running at the end where we go to City. All right, Arsenal at home, Leicester at home. They're still half difficult games, aren't they? For just out of respect to the opposition, and obviously Villa away. But we've got more than a chance. And tonight, of course, the star performer was Kai Havertz, that false 9 position, and it just goes to show you, doesn't it? The man just looked completely different today. Made one, scored one. All right, I know it took a deflection, but all intents and purposes, he found the net. And once again, that double pivot, that Jorginho and Kovacic, how important is it? Did you see that ball from Kovacic that led to the penalty? What unbelievable, mate! Unbelievable.
His forward passing has improved so much over the last few weeks.
Honestly, he's such a player. He really, really is. And we've got a lot to be excited about. We really have, I'm really excited. I'll tell you, very, very much so. I know we've got a semi-difficult game coming up because it's Leeds and there is a bit of a rivalry between the two clubs, so therefore they will be putting a bit more effort in, I dare say. Certainly more than what they did against West Ham. But no, we'll go there and we'll win that game. I really, really honestly believe that. The Atletico game's the one, isn't it?
If we can knock their heads off, we can knock out anyone's.
Well, anything's possible, buddy, isn't it? It's all about being on the day, and why not? I didn't see too much that troubled us in the first league, but we know they're not going to play as bad as what they did in the first. They will. They've got to come out, haven't they? And we've just got to be there to exploit it and be brave and push up on them. And don't get ourselves too outnumbered in the middle. And do you know what I mean? He's a clever tactician as well, though, isn't he, Simeone?
He'll set us up well, like defensively sound. Maybe we will have to attack to an extent. We aren't going to park the bus for 90 minutes, but they're not going to park the bus either, which will give us room in behind to try and work with.
But, going back to Thomas, I think if you look at him, it's the ability to make players that are on the fringe, right, feel as though they're important and they're special. Players like Marcus Alonso, yeah? Well, we've always known he's got talent. And by the way, I don't know if you saw his interview afterwards, he made reference to Antonio Rudiger. And the reason why it was dropped tonight, not for any negative reason, but just from a perspective that he thought he put so much effort and he recognised how much of an effort he put in the last few games that he decided, I'm going to give you a rest. It's almost like a reward, You played so well, I'm going to rest you, as opposed to I'm going to rest you for any negative, you know what I mean? Honestly, and he said Zuma was playing superbly, in training. They brought, we've got some great players, Look at our bench right now, And the beautiful thing about it is, over the years, we're going to get stronger and stronger because they are so young, Yeah,
and we have a team that can dominate for long periods of time as well. Like, that's why low-key, if we can get Haaland, that's the centerpiece of the entire puzzle. Because all we need now is a clinical striker, maybe a destroyer as well, and that'll be enough.
Timo Werner, right? He's only a millimetre away, right, from going on a run. It just, I mean, like today, for example, yeah, where he had that opportunity. All right, it come at the wrong angle, but maybe a Timo Werner, you know, with that confidence where you do things without thinking, yeah, you do things instinctively. He would have maybe just taken an extra touch and then lifted it, yeah. But he
Yeah.
didn't. He snatched at it, and that's what you do, yeah, when you're under pressure. And there's no reason for that. And that's again that we're seeing tremendous management skills from our manager to be able to put these players at such an ease and bring them in and make them feel part of it all. And it's, you know, I'm really excited. You know, really excited. And tonight was a performance where I thought we were just never in trouble. They had one opportunity, didn't they? And that, I suppose, at 1-0, you have to say, well, if that went in, and there will be that one of those games where it will happen. You know that, where there'll be a little bit of luck and all that. And we've just got to keep our heads. And still in the FA Cup, we've got a very good favourable draw there. We're leading, you know, against Atletico in that. Anything can happen, you know. So we have to be very optimistic and look at it for what it is, you know. What do you think?
That tone. What do I think in terms of the game, the Atletico game?
Yeah.
It depends. It's who scores first again. Atletico could nuke our away goals tally with just one goal. But if we score first, then they need to get 2 in that game, and I don't see that happening. Low-key, we can't just rest on our morals and get complacent. We have to see the game out, and it is about game management. But I think start of the game, both teams are going to go at each other. And then it's going to depend on how the game flows in the first 30 minutes with how we're going to see the second half of the game go.
Yeah, it's important if we do concede, you know, to sort of, you know, not lose your nerve. It's just only level your devil's head, isn't it?
Just be
But
clinical.
still very much in it.
Just be clinical.
I'm so missing it though, you know, Lewis. I mean, don't you? I mean, I know I said this before, but this is the longest I've ever been away from Stamford Bridge in.
It's a year to the day, you know.
40 years, mate. It's the longest I've ever been away from that stadium.
Oh,
so quick, I don't live in London anymore.
I can't wait to be back in the season ticket seat.
Yeah, I keep looking at my season ticket, just like it's almost like a distant memory, isn't it? Yeah. It's just the whole thing, isn't it? It's the away games as well, though, isn't it? When we all meet an hour and a half before outside and all that, and everyone knows one another, and then you go inside and in the concourse, you got all that, you know. It's just. Mate, it just seems such a long time ago, doesn't it? I was watching a lot of old videos, you know, and there's nothing quite like watching a game of football when you've got real supporters in the stadium. You know, it's just not the same, is it? You know,
it isn't. Like the sound noises and everything they try to use to replicate it is even worse. To be honest, half of them are late.
After the event as well, isn't it? Yeah, I know.
It's terrible.
Do you think they've got like 4 or 5 like different chants of that all programs and like, you know, oh, that was a chance, like, you know, oh, they've got that, you know, that button. What do you think? You know what I mean?
No, I just want
still programmed.
I'd rather listen to it with just the pitch noises. Just listen to what the players are saying.
I listen to it with the crowd, like try and create some sort of atmosphere. I don't know. For me, it's just a reverse effect, but each to their own, isn't it? But you know, for me, right, ever since I moved, obviously I don't live in London, right. For me, it's the whole journey and the whole, you know, my whole adventure starts the night before. It's crazy, you know, because it's all like about preparation, and then you got to get on that certain train, and then you're going down there and little drink, you know, and then get off, and then it's just the whole thing, you know. You get down there and you see people, you know, and it's just, you know where everyone is, don't you? I know where Sammy's going to be. I know, you know what I mean. I meet people like in the same position, same places. They eat in the same place, you know. it just seems, I don't know, it just seems such. It's just like it's a year today. A year today, was it?
A year today, literally, since the last time we were at Stamford Bridge.
And that was Everton, wasn't it? Was it Everton?
Yeah, Everton 4-0 win.
Wow.
Kind of poetic, isn't it?
Yeah. And funny enough, didn't we play Liverpool and Everton back to back like we've just done as well? Because didn't we knock Liverpool out of the cup and then we beat Everton in the league?
No, it was Liverpool in the cup and Everton in the league.
That's what I'm saying. We beat Liverpool in the cup and Everton, in the league. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. I think it was in between a loss to Bayern, though. I think. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because Gilmore played both games back to back. That's a lie.
That's right. He was excellent, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was brilliant, man. And it's a shame that we went into lockdown straight afterwards, because he was in amazing form.
Ross Barkley, wasn't it, with that long, that run, and then that unleashed that shot, wasn't it?
In a Chelsea shot.
Yeah,
I hear that, man. Well, any final thoughts, bro?
No, I'm just really happy, mate. You know, I'm happy with the performance tonight. I say very, very professional, great. You can't not be happy with that. And great proper game on, isn't it? You know, we've just got to keep our heads now, continuing the same way. I don't see how we're not going to do that, because I just think this manager's got the angle completely, you know, on everything. And fingers crossed with Atletico. That's the one, isn't it? You know.
Fingers crossed. We might not even need luck like that. It might just be our ability that takes us through.
Absolutely, you know. But no, absolutely happy, buzzing. Thank you, and thanks for letting me on.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on, guys. Everyone, check out Tony Cheslea SW6 on YouTube.
Yeah, well, I ain't put nothing up for about 4 weeks, to tell you the truth. I'm actually looking for a partner, actually. Anyone out there wants to get involved with me? Oh, I know, because I'm getting some offices, Lewis.
Oh, interesting.
Through my business, because I'll run a little business and that's the idea. And I want to run Chelsea SW6 from there, because I can't run it from here. And the reason why I've done nothing is I've got 4 kids 10 and under, and they're always everywhere, you know. Do you know what I mean? So I can't, you know. So that's why it is what it is. But I want to get it going. But I'm looking for someone to crack on with me. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
I hear that, man. Well, Tony, thank you for jumping on, man. We'll chat. You take care of yourself, bro.
Thank you very much. Please. Thank you.
Bless. Yeah, our next guest on. Ellie, what are you saying, man?
Hey, Lewis. How are you, bro?
I'm good. What are you telling me, bro? What's your thoughts on
the game? Amazing performance. We absolutely dominated Everton. Jorginho was amazing. Like my man of the match, just because he's my guy. Havertz, very proud of him, especially because, like, I was surprised when I saw the team sheet. I'm like, oh, there's no Mason Mount. What is Thomas Tuchel doing? And I went to Twitter, like, first minute of the game, and I was like, Kai Havertz needs to have a big game. You know, like, he replaces Mason Mount, man of the match against Liverpool. But he really played well, and he deserved the goal. Such a shame it was an own goal. And I also said before the game, whoever wins this game will finish in the top 4. And we won it. So I think top 4 is now guaranteed. Let's look up. That we're just 3 points behind Leicester. Let's reach Leicester, and then let's put the pressure on Man United.
We are putting a lot of pressure on Leicester City. Like, they've got to go into their next game and they got to get a victory. At the very least, it is Sheffield United, but they're in semi-decent form themselves, trying to escape relegation. And we're looking at the last 10 games this season now. Now you don't want to be facing those teams at that point in the table, because they're fighting for their lives.
Leicester got very lucky against Brighton. I watched the game, and Brighton's goalkeeper made a huge mistake. That's why Leicester won. So, what, the next game is Sheffield, you said? Sheffield could easily get a point against them.
Yeah, exactly that.
But we have to beat Leeds. I like Marcelo Bielsa, but Leeds lost 2-0 to West Ham today, so we should be able to beat them.
And
I just want to say, what's up?
West Ham, I think they'll drop points themselves, especially with the run of games that they have coming up.
I've told you for a month now, even if West Ham keep on winning games, they're just...
They'll drop off.
they're not good. No, maybe they might finish fifth, but they're not good enough to reach that top four. You know, I'm still
No, I
more
think
worried.
it's just a lack of experience that will cost them, if anything.
Like what, David Moyes in the Champions League? Imagine
What?
like David Moyes playing away to Barcelona, managing away to Barcelona.
Mm.
But look, we need the fans back at Stamford Bridge because it's time to create a song for Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, I feel like if there was fans back, though, it would have taken a long time to get them all on side with Lampard leaving.
Yeah, but look, like I love Lampard. Lampard's always my favorite player of all time.
Mm.
But Tuchel, 11 games, 0 defeats. Let's make it 20. Let's make it 25.
Keep going as long as it's just start as we mean to go on and take it a game at a time, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Absolutely. I just want to say, like I said last week, give Timo Werner time. Everyone's blaming Timo Werner today. It was good. There were good saves from Pickford. You have to also take that into consideration.
Yes.
So
some of them, like the Werner ones, I thought, to be honest, Werner could have taken them better.
But he's playing better than he did like a month ago. He is getting better and better. And I do think Werner's going to be very good next season if we sign Haaland and if he plays next to Haaland.
Werner and Haaland together, to be honest, there's dreams of that. And
Exactly.
Haaland's link-up play is good enough that it could work. I just need Werner to eat those chances up. Like, it will be good and everything, but if you don't take those chances, then we're still going to struggle.
Give him time, Lewis. Like, with all this COVID stuff happening, new country, next season, hopefully, there will be fans back at the bridge and no more COVID stuff. Hopefully, Timo Werner will come good.
I hope Werner will come good. I really do, man. What are your
Same.
thoughts going into the Leeds United match? What lineup would you like to see come out?
Okay. I wanna keep Andreas Christensen because a lot of people are saying like, oh, Thiago Silva should replace Christensen. No, Thiago Silva is such like he's a world-class defender for people to say, oh, he only can play in the center, in the middle. You know, he can't. No, he can play anywhere in the back three. So I would play Aspi, Christensen, and Thiago Silva. And now that's the thing. I might take off Reece James, play Callum instead of him, and put on Mason Mount. So the front three are Werner, Havertz, and Mount.
Werner, Havertz, and Mount. Yes, you know, I would back that, to be honest. Like, people get Mount because he started the second half poorly, but I understand that with substitutes. Sometimes they take a bit of a while to assimilate into the space of the game and everything, so I get that.
Lewis, I never blame subs. Whether they have an awful performance or an amazing... Like, I never blame subs. You know?
Yeah.
And what he had 20 minutes against Everton, and now people are blaming him. Look what he did against Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool was amazing.
Exactly. Like, he plays against Leeds, he will have a good game.
Any other final thoughts, bro?
Not really. No, just guys, check out my YouTube channel, Eli the Chelsea fan. I tried to do a watch along live stream today, and it didn't go really good. But I'm trying new stuff.
Nah, keep trying it out, man. Like, just what's your channel? We'll drop in the comment section.
It's Eli the Chelsea fan.
Yeah, send us the link and we'll put it out in the comment section and everyone can jump on.
For sure. Thank you, Lewis.
Well, you take care, man. Have a good night,
You too.
bro.
You too.
Bless, bro. Bless. Right, we're gonna get our final guest on. Yes, Nippon, what are you saying, man?
Still unbeaten.
As
now
always.
we drew Liverpool as well.
What are your thoughts on the game, bro?
Good. Welcome to the penitentiary, Richarlison. That's all I have to say.
As always, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin all out of it.
I think Christensen is undroppable now. Thiago Silva will have to work his way back.
He will, but it's nothing against Thiago Silva either.
Of course. But if you really want to play Thiago Silva, since it's the name and everything, you just don't drop Christensen. That's all.
Yeah, Christensen can't be dropped just based on his form recently as well.
Yeah. So yeah, he had Richarlison in his pockets throughout the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't look like scoring, to be honest with you.
Nah, they never did, and there's a big reason for that. The Danish Maldini himself, and also Kurt Zuma as Equator, and the system as well by Thomas Tuchel.
French Beckenbauer, the Danish Maldini.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I couldn't be happier for today's result.
Nice. Well, what are your thoughts on the next few games then? In fact, no, before that, what are your thoughts on the front three? Havertz, Werner, and Hudson-Odoi.
Good. Unfortunate that Havertz was robbed twice. One was given as an own goal. The other one was, well, I don't know how else to say it, rightfully disallowed because of a handball.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, I can't complain much about VAR today.
VAR didn't really come too much in the game anyway because we were dominant for long periods.
Precisely. And yeah, top performance from Kai Havertz.
Anything else?
Yeah, top performance from Kai Havertz. Team, just stop with all the Werner slander, okay? Everyone, because. Look, so many Arsenal fans have said Aubameyang struggled in his first season. So many Tottenham fans were saying Son struggled in his first season. Give him time. Like some people would say, take your time with it. Take your time with it. That's what people need to do with Werner. And I think Haaland, if we get Haaland in the summer, I think he will struggle for the first season as well because it usually happens to the players from the Bundesliga. And I don't want to hear Timo Morata, Timo Torres. Morata gave up after 6 games. Timo is trying.
I hear that, man. Well, any other thoughts, bro?
Yep. Time to add Patrick Bamford to that penitentiary.
Hopefully on Sunday, bro. Saturday, bro.
Yes. He did come from our academy, though.
He did. He scored last time he faced us, but
I was scared. I actually thought he would score in that game. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I hope we can put him in the penitentiary as well with everyone else.
Definitely, as always, man. Well, Nippon, anything else you want to say, bro?
What are your thoughts on the Leeds game? What's your score?
2-1 Chelsea. I think they'll have chances in this game. Actually, no, 2-0 Chelsea. Forget it. Yeah, I think we can control them in this match.
I'm going to say, are we playing at the Elland Road or Stamford Bridge?
Playing at Elland Road.
Okay, I'm going to say 1-3 because 1-3, so that's a Chelsea win. Because we're the away team.
I hear that, bro. Well, Nippon, man, thank you for jumping on anyway, man. If everyone wants to check out Nippon's channel, it's down in the comment section below as well. Anything else you want to shout out?
Yeah, my Twitter. I'll just get that up for you.
All right, cool. Yeah, get that up for us as well.
And Yeah, my player ratings video will be out tomorrow. Sorry, man, I forgot to put it.
Yeah, man, no worries, sort it out.
Copy. Yeah, and my Twitter is in the private chat.
All right, cool. I will sort that out now for you. Yes, well, everyone check out Nippon's Twitter and his YouTube is down in the description below.
So yeah, my player ratings will be out tomorrow, so you can check them out.
Yeah, check out Nippon's player ratings. But bro, thank you for jumping on, man. Much appreciated.
I'll see you for the Leeds game, yeah?
See ya, bro. Take care. Guys, that is the end of another phone-in and the end of another W for Chelsea. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like and subscribe button to Blues Fans TV. Check out Carefree Lewis G if you guys haven't done so already. And we'll see you soon. Take care and up.